Hey y'all. If you're like me and find yourself on your phone a good bit or at a computer for work or for anything, hunched over and rounded looking at a screen, whether that's your phone, whether that's your computer, you probably have some tension and tightness in your neck. And that's not uncommon. It's probably actually most of us that have phones, if we look at our phones even a little bit. So I am going to show you a couple of shapes, a couple of yoga shapes that you can make to help relieve the tension and tightness from the neck. And you don't have to have a mat and you don't have to have a lot of time. So this is something that's very accessible from wherever you are standing. You could also do much of these shapes seated. So if that is easier for you or more comfortable, feel free to take a seat. So let's just begin standing. Let ourselves feel tall. Let's take our shoulders up to our ears. Right, and just paying attention to alignment and posture here. So there is a tendency of people to kind of stick the chin out. And so as we create some awareness around that, just being mindful that we want our ears over our shoulders, so slightly tucking the chin. And then taking our left arm around the low back here. You could find grip on the other arm if that feels good. Let's take an inhale here, imagining the top of the head lifting up. And then exhale, lower your right ear to your right shoulder. And take 3 rounds of deep breath here. You could even imagine that you're breathing into the side of the neck. And then inhale, let's lift the head back up, release the arm beside the body. Pausing here. And then inhale, let's lift our chin to the sky. Exhale, chin to your chest. Inhale to rock one ear to one shoulder, going to that right side. Exhale to take it to the other side. You could continue with that movement a few more rounds if it feels good. Taking the chin back to the chest. Again, pausing in any of these shapes that feel good. Inhale, chin to the sky. Exhale, back to neutral. Then taking that right arm across the low back. Again, you could find a hold on that opposite arm if you like. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lower your left ear to your left shoulder. 3 rounds of breath, breathing into the side of the neck. Inhale to lift the head back up, releasing the arm beside the body. Pausing for your exhale. Inhale, chin to the sky. Exhale, chin to the chest. Inhale to take the ear over to the left shoulder. Exhale to the other side. Chin back down to the chest. Inhale, chin to the sky. Exhale, back to neutral. And then we're going to come to a forward fold. So inhale, let's sweep our arms overhead to lengthen. And then exhale, hinging at our waist, beginning to bend our knees as much as we need to. Right, and as we begin to let the top of the head lower down to the earth, bending the knees enough so that your chest can relax on the thighs. The crown begins to dangle down. right? Even imagining that the head is like a pendulum here as we slowly and gently nod. Maybe a yes, maybe a no, maybe a gentle circle. And you can do this as long as it feels good. And then we're going to take our hands and clasp them at the base of the skull. So this is going to add a little additional traction to this shape. Let the elbows drop down. Let's take 3 rounds of breath here. You can continue with this shape. If you have long hair like me, you could loosen your hair if it's up, and you just begin to pull at the base of the scalp, right? And this just feels good. It releases tension. It can also help kind of create more space, the back of the neck. Right, I like to actually do this with my hair down and pulling. So you can play with this. Again, never any sensation that feels like we're creating any kind of, I don't know, uncomfortable or a sensation that doesn't feel right in the neck. So again, we're just being gentle, but adding what you want here. And then clasping our hands at the low back. You can slide the shoulders up along the back if you like, and then letting the clasped hands come over towards the earth. Taking 3 rounds of breath here. Take an inhale. Exhale, releasing your hands back down to the floor. And then with your next inhale, slowly rising back up. And as we come back standing, just noticing any differences in the neck. I hope you've enjoyed this short practice for the neck and that you're feeling some relief, some ease that you hadn't before. Join me next time. See you later.